Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? This is Just Like You, Everyday People, Amazing Stories, episode number 39. I cannot believe it, number 39. We will be on our 40th episode next week. How exciting! Thank you so much for all your support. I truly, truly appreciate it. And remember, if you have a story, and we know you do, make sure you get in contact with me. I would love to have you on the show. We are currently booking for August of 2021. So I'd love to have you here on the show. And if you know someone who has a story, just hook us up. Send us a DM, send us a text message if you have my number, and I will take it from there. I would love to have them, the person you know that has a story, on the show. I'd love to have you on the show as well, so make sure you get in contact with me. This is Just Like You, Everyday People, Amazing Stories. We are here 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time every Tuesday. So just a reminder, today, if the internet does not let us be great, we will be back. We are here 7:30 to 8 p.m. and it looks like my guest, Ronnie, is logging in. But make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And if something happens, let's be great. Like I said, we'll be back. Make sure you get in contact with me. I'd love to have you on the show. Ronnie,
Hey, how you doing?
how are you?
Can you hear me?
I
I'll take
can
my mask.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Maybe
because the
oh,
Wi-Fi is kind of crazy here in West Elm.
maybe just a
Can you
little
hear?
to see you. I can hear. Yep. I just was maybe a little lower to see you. Can I see you?
Let me see. How can I do this? Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Maybe I should sit down. I'm not used to.
I know. So you guys, Ronnie is she is with her um, products and services right now. So that's where she is. I'm gonna let you tell. I'm gonna let her tell you what she's doing. But I just want to let you guys know that she may have customers coming and she may have different things coming on during this live. So just so you guys know, Ronnie, how are you?
Good. Can you hear me? Is it? I can't. Okay, I guess I'm on. Hi, everybody. I'm Ronnie. I'm here at West Elm. I'm doing my pop-up shop, and I'm very honored to be on her broadcast live IG. And what I do is I'm an upcycled designer, and I'm a West Elm local designer. So I do pop-ups. I'm wearing my mask in case people come in, so I have to have key still on. So I do pop-ups. You can see some of the stuff in the background. I think I'm going to flip it around, if that's okay, Karen, and just show them a little bit.
Show them really quickly mine.
Okay, is this the best way to do it? Wait, I'm not good with this.
That's okay. Yep, there you go.
Okay,
We
so
can see
this is, these are
down
some,
just a little bit.
okay,
Down just a
John
little bit.
Lewis. We got the Freedom Fighters, John Lewis. We got RGB. And what I do, it's like a workshop, so people can either purchase jackets, or you see all this fabric on the table. People can come over
Ronnie,
here and order their jackets. Can you see the Charday right now?
yeah, put your camera down just a little bit so we can see the materials you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
This is, so the material is like the material people come in and they can select some of the material, or they can go over to the racks. And I have jackets. I have
Yep.
jackets lined up so people can select their own jackets. And they purchase some of the existing jackets. I'm going to whip over here. We have Charday. Can you see that?
Yep. Yep.
We have Aaliyah. Thank you, Stacey Abrams.
Oh,
We got Biggie. And so it's basically a workshop. And I will go back over here. So basically, it's a workshop that I do, a monthly workshop, anywhere from like 1 week to 30 days at the various West Elms in the Los Angeles area. So I'll let you
in
ask the next
yeah.
question. Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you, hon. We can hear
Hoping
you,
the
Ronnie.
connection's going through.
That's okay. We can hear you.
Karen, can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you. Uh-oh, I think you froze. I think you may have frozen. Let's see. So anybody let me know, is she frozen or am I frozen or are we both frozen? If anybody's on, let me know. Um,
Okay,
there
I'm
you
trying to
are.
see if this is a better. Karen, you there?
Yep, I'm there. I'm here. I'm there.
Are you
Is that
there?
better? Is that better? Okay, so I think it might be your connection, Ronnie. If they're saying they can see me, maybe it's your connection. Maybe you need to, if you are on Wi-Fi, maybe try to go off of Wi-Fi, or if you're off of Wi-Fi, maybe try. Oh, you're
Okay, I'm
back.
hoping this. Okay, now we're back, I think. You there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I bootlegged a store next door's Wi-Fi, so hopefully that'll hold.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to take a minute and show everybody what you made for me, if you don't
Oh,
mind.
great.
And
Oh, of
want
course, I
to
want you to.
maybe some of the stuff you did. So you guys, this was a jacket that Ronnie made for me from her brand. So it is what I like about it is it's customized to me. So it's customized for my style. As she said there, I think people can kind of make their own patterns and different things, but it's customized to me and my style. I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see the full thing. And I can back up a little bit. And I'm going to post this again on my Instagram, but it's customized to me. I'm going to turn around so you can see the back. And so this is one Ronnie made for me from her collection. And I just wanted to show you guys this. I'm going to post this again on my Instagram and tell you, I wanted to show it to you and tell you that I love about it. And Ronnie, she, I don't know how you did this, Ronnie. I have no idea, but she just kind of picked up on the things I'd like, the patterns I'd like, the style I'd like. I picked out the kind of the saying. I like the saying that I have, and then Ronnie kind of did her magic. So my husband actually saw it last night when I opened it up, and it was just he was just like nice, nice, you know. And I
Oh,
think
wow.
it's a one of a kind. It's an original to me. It's perfect. It's going to be perfect for Chicago. It's going to be perfect for people to say, oh my goodness, where'd you get that? It's perfect for people that live in Cali and those cool Cali nights. And it is, I mean, some of the things, other things I like the buttons on the sleeves. I just unfortunately
Oh,
had a little injury. And so one of the things that I like is I can, you know, button it here, button it on the sleeves. I feel like the weight of the jacket is perfect. So, you know, sometimes when you get jackets, you wonder what the weight is going to be like. The weight of the jacket is perfect. The size is perfect because, as you know, here in Chicago, we like to layer, and same thing with Cali. So I'm able to layer this with many different
exactly.
needs. And so Ronnie, I think you, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's perfect for me. It's perfect. I cannot wait to wear it outside. So I wanted to make
Oh,
sure viewers
great.
take it to the streets. And you know, just so creative. It has Ronnie's brand right here. You can see this.
And some of the
This is,
fabric that she has on there is like her collar and that badge, the circle badge. That fabric is from Ghana, so I use a lot of mixed of recycled fabric. I have to keep my mask on because I'm inside a store.
sure.
And also, it's a mixture of fabric from Ghana and Nigeria. And soon, one of my friends is going to bring start shipping some stuff from Senegal. So, and then I use some of the fabric swatches from the various West Elms in Los Angeles to, like, for example, I'm going to show you on the Leah jacket really quickly. Okay, the Leah jacket. Can you see the Leah jacket? Let me
Yes, we
see.
can see. Yep, there we go. You just move.
Okay,
I know it's hard.
I'm trying to. Okay, okay, and the Leah jacket, the yellow material is fabric that's from West Elm. So I mix in some of their fabric that they use for their interior design for their couches and
Okay.
their chairs. So, and then I have a lot of different friends that are interior designers, so I use their recycled scraps as well. And
So
then,
tell us a little
go
bit
ahead.
about I mean, how you came up with this creative entrepreneurship, um, building, you know, just building your brand. How did you start that journey?
Well, in the 90s, I had a hip hop line, which I will be bringing back, which I'm merging. My style still is very uh, reminiscent of that
Mhm.
street hip hop culture. In the 90s, it was Happy Nappy, where I designed for Fresh Prince and Different World and
Mm.
Saved by the Bell and a lot of those type of shows. I did a lot of outfits for like Will Smith, and actually did the first outfit that Jada wore, his wife, ironically, before they met, on the cover of Hollywood Reporter for her first publicity junket. And ironically, the material was very similar. And this is years
Okay.
before they even knew each other. So back then, I was even doing handcrafted items. But now, with the world being really into recycling, refashion, reworking things, and trying to be more fair trade and eco fashion responsible, I I'm using like the vintage army jackets. My parents were in
Mm.
the military. That's why I call it Army Couture. So, and then using a lot of recycled fabric. I, of course, buy some fabric new because I love fabric and textiles, but my main purpose is saving the environment one garment at a time. So I try to, and I use clothing items.
Okay.
My friend that, if you saw my Instagram, the last Prince jacket I did for one of my friends, the bottom of the back jacket, it's a pair of pants I had at the back in the back of my closet. So I
Oh,
use clothing items, and I use a lot of my mother's old clothing. My mom's, been in heaven since 2003, so I use a lot of her clothing items that I try to incorporate in some of my garments.
so you have a so you know like that's part of your story, right? Is that you use all these I mean thoughtful items from your mom, from yourself, and this whole, like you said, upcycling. I mean, I think is like you said, it's become a I don't know if you'd say it a trend, but you're kind of using it to for fashion, right? Like, and I think
Right,
that's what makes these pieces unique, right? That's what makes each of them one of a kind.
right. And then some of them are similar, but even if it has the same particular T-shirt on the background, maybe Lauryn Hill or Sade or Frida Kahlo, each jacket has different trim. It has
Hmm.
some similar, but also my family is from the South, so I adopted the quilting pattern of many African American families because being a poet, I'm telling stories. So now I'm telling stories through my fashion. So
Oh,
the most important thing is telling stories, and the jackets are very important to me. I study the items. Like for example, when I did my first Muhammad Ali jacket, I knew that he went to Ghana and he spent, I believe it's anywhere from 2 to 3 months there. So on his first jacket, I used fabric from Ghana on his jacket. And
okay.
I do a lot of Frida Kahlo, so I make sure I'm always reimagining. I don't do it exactly, but I reimagine her color scheme, but I try to keep it within the vein of her Mexican heritage. And any of the other people, I try to, doing some stuff for Jean Michel, so I try to study his paintings and keep it in the vein of some of the colors. So it's not, to me, it's not just a jacket, it's a story and it's a vision.
Well, that's what I found interesting. That's what I said at the beginning of the show. I mean, you really picked up on, what I liked, and I'm not, and I thought to myself, wow, like, how did she do that? I mean, I am just so like thrilled when I opened it. I mean, I wish that someone would have gotten a picture of me opening it. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
wish that someone in video recording me opening it as opposed to me recording myself opening it, because I was just like, oh my goodness, how did she do this? How did you get it right on point? I'm gonna stand back up again for people who might have
Well,
joined just
oftentimes
late.
when I talk to people, sometimes I'll ask them what their favorite colors, but also, I mean, I know it sounds probably kind of artist like, but I can kind of detect from people's voices and some of their personality. And if I don't know a person and they order a custom item, I will go look at their Instagram feed and see what colors or situations or photographs they might take, or see what their family looks like, and just see kind of trying to piecemeal their life from my point of view of looking at their IG page. If it's
Yeah,
someone I haven't.
I think you hit it right on. Like I said, even my husband, who wasn't even really sure like what I was getting in the mail, right, was like,
Right.
nice. Like his eyes lit up, and he was like, oh, okay. He loves
Well,
the camo style jacket, and he loves that. It's something unique, and he knows that I like unique stuff, and I like things that are one of a kind. So you hit that nail on the head. What advice would you give someone who might you know, be interested in kind of starting their own. I like the way you said you tell a story with fashion. So what advice would you give someone who might want to start their own brand, or be interested in even in thinking of something, you know, in the fashion world?
well, I would say right now to really believe in yourself, because believe it or not, when I first named my this portion of my fashion leg, I called it Port Ronnie Girl brand, and I had people tell me, "Oh, that's so redundant. We know it's a brand." And I said, "I know it's redundant, but that's what it is. It's Port Ronnie Girl brand, and I'm telling stories. I'm the girl on the train. I'm the people's designer, the American hustle completely." And the thing is, you have to believe in yourself against all odds, and you have to turn off the voices. And with people in the fashion industry, I worked in the fashion industry in showrooms doing basically grunt work before the pandemic, and now the fashion industry is upside down. So this is the best time for people that are doing unique, different, eclectic type of um, uh, arts and crafts or kind of independent business as a designer. So now with the internet, mainly people are shopping online. And if you have something unique, for example, I know during this era of pandemic, nobody needs anything but sanitary items. And for people to continue to buy my jackets, of course I do masks. Every designer is
Yes,
doing masks. But the fact that
I have my mask right here.
exactly, she's got the dream catcher. But the main thing is believing in your brand. And one thing I learned when I was doing a pop-up at Pottery Barn, William Sonoma owns Pottery Barn in West Elm. And I looked up in the break room, and there was a poster of William Sonoma, and that said, "If you love what you do, people will fall in love with you." And I love what I do. I love what I do as an artist. And my thing is, as corny as it sounds, I would do it if I wasn't making money. And I'm, grateful that I'm able to make whatever amount I am able to make. And the most important thing is I have a small following on Instagram, and I see people saying, "Oh, I want a huge following." I'm not worried about that, because the people that do follow me, if they can't purchase, they find a friend that will. So my thing is believing in yourself. It doesn't matter how your Instagram following is. It matters how you cultivate organically and grow that. I did a jacket for a young lady who's with Black Lives Matter, and I did her campaign jacket. Then her friend in North Carolina just reached out to me, a lady named Susan, and she's in the arts world, and she's ordering a jacket. And then she's going to turn other people on. I know you through my friend Tony, who I do a thing called co-popping. Tony helps me get different pop-ups. So you know me through Tony, so it's an organic thing. Again, like I say, I probably have I think somebody that's dead has a bigger following than I do on Instagram. Okay. But the thing is, each person that, and I'm just being facetious, but I'm just saying, because so many people are worried about, "Oh my God, I need 1 million followers." No, you don't. You need followers that believe in you. A million followers are going to get you what? Bragging rights? No, have the followers that believe in you. Don't worry about having a big following. That's beautiful, but half the time people are paying for those followers. So my thing is being true to yourself, understanding and loving your brand, and not worrying about what other people think. Do what you have to do you, and don't try to emulate anybody else. And if
Uh,
people come up to you, I have a
I,
lot of people that come up
I
to my
like love
pop-ups
your
and
brand. I like that comment. So far, I like the love your brand, and I like that you tell stories through fashion. I like both of those.
right.
Jonathan,
And then the one thing that was
Jonathan,
really important.
like,
What's that?
you and Jonathan actually might need to hook up. He does some great things on the East Coast, and anyway, yeah, Jonathan, you just
Okay.
joined, and you
Okay.
and Ronnie, you're both kind of into fashion. Jonathan does a thing called Setting the Scene, and does some
Hi,
great things
Jonathan.
in the New York space.
Okay, and
But
then also one important thing I have for anybody young or new being in this business, and because I'm with West Elm, so I get to meet, different people a lot of the times, and I have people come up to me constantly and say, "Oh my God, my friend does exactly what you do," or "I have a friend that does what you do." I say, "You know what? No, you do not. I don't do what they do." I said, we have people that do things similar. I said, but I'm telling stories from the perspective of a young lady that was, my mother came from the Mississippi, my dad came from Louisiana, so how can they particularly tell their story on my jackets? I said, only I can tell the story of the girl that rides a train, for 3 hours to get home. I don't know anybody else's story but my own. So that's what I tell people. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Just do your story. In fashion, whatever you do, if you make candles, it's your story. Tell your stories. And like I said, if you love what you do, like William Sonoma said, people will fall in love with you.
if you love what you do, people will fall in love with you.
Fall in love with you. And that's
Yeah.
not my quote. That's from William Sonoma.
I think well, it's a great quote, you know, and I think
Right.
it's so true because I feel like I feel like I love what I do both personally and professionally. So, you know, and this show has been an excellent example of loving something that I do. And, you know, we're booking, like I said, into August of 2021 now. So, you know,
Wow.
I'm been very blessed and very, you know, thankful for, to your point, being able to love what I do and then people loving what I do as well, you know? So
And,
I,
and like our brother behind us on the jacket, John Lewis said, what do you say? Get in good trouble. We all need to get in good trouble, especially
right.
nowadays, because what's going on in the world, we need to get in good trouble.
So is there, so, you know, the advice was to believe in yourself. Anything else that you would tell people? Believe in yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't worry about that million Instagram followers.
And
Any,
be the first one up and the last one to sleep. And the thing is,
uh,
I mean, when I worked before the pandemic, I worked in the showroom business with some of the top showroom people that were like, it was definitely like being in the movie Devil Wears Prada, but the grown up version. And the thing is, I swept floors, I cleaned microwaves, I was able to go to the show. They had no idea, never took me serious. When they found out I really was a designer and got featured in Apparel News and did one of the top textile shows as a pop up artist, they were like, what? And the marketing people in the building knew what I did because they followed my Instagram, and
mm,
when I was featured in Apparel News, the best moment was the young ladies, especially the African American young kids that were security guards in the building, and they came up to me and they were so happy hugging me. They're like, you know what? We knew there was something about you. You were dragging those racks, taking out the trash, and we couldn't understand why you were always so happy. And you'd be singing and dragging the racks. I mean, I had to drag racks like in on Los Angeles Avenue downtown. I mean, in the heat, and I'm
mm,
talking about it was crazy. The interns from like the fashion schools, they wouldn't want to do it, and that was their job. But the thing is, I had a purpose. I knew what I had to do. And basically, I was an undercover intern getting paid bare, not even minimum wage. But out of it, I got to be featured in Apparel News, and the manufacturers that I work with now that are small are because I worked cleaning, sweeping floors, at a being a grown, excuse me, ass woman,
mm-hmm.
okay, playing a real life version of Devil Wears Prada, but I knew what I was doing. So the thing is, you have to have a vision, you got to be focused, you got to be willing to do jobs that other people won't do, and for me, you have to believe in God and then believe in yourself, and the rest, it doesn't matter. And
Yeah,
especially what's going on in the
you know,
world right now,
people
you got to
sometimes
get serious.
underestimate that hard work component, right? It's hard work. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It does not happen overnight. So that hard work component, I know people, you know, kind of if underestimated is the right word, but kind of underestimate that hard work component. And you know, like you said, get up when no one's, you know, working when no one's watching, right? And
Right.
and doing things that no one else wants to do. So we got about 8 minutes left. I want to give
Oh,
viewers
you know what? Can
one
I
more.
give you one important note? I'm going to let people know, especially being a woman of color, African American, being so blessed to be over the last couple of years, being a pop up every weekend at a West Elm or Pottery Barn. When I got my first, it was a sister who was a manager at Pottery Barn in Beverly Hills. That was my first store. She gave me a list of stores. I got aggressive. I called and I said, God, look, I want my own pop up shop tour with West Elm, Williams Sonoma, and Pottery Barn. There was no such thing. I created it. I started hashtagging it, and now I am on a tour with them. When the pandemic hit, Williams Sonoma gave me, it wasn't large, but it was enough. They gave me
Mhm.
an artist grant because of what I do. So the thing is, you can do it. Like I said, there was no such thing as a West Elm pop-up shop tour, but I have one now because I wanted it.
All right. What does the future hold?
The future is my plans right now. I'm asking God. I want to have my own store. I want to continue with West Elm and doing pop-ups, but I'm trying to not trying. God is working the plans out and doing all the negotiation for me right now. But I want to have my own store. So
Oh,
I'm just waiting for God to, deal with the real estate people. So he's dealing all that. So I
okay.
guess it's coming whenever he decides in the next 12 to 24, 36 months. So I'm
Okay.
waiting on God.
Well, I mean, I think that's a perfect place to wait, right? I think
Say,
it's
say it again.
I think that's a perfect place to wait.
Yes, and like I said, I'm sitting here right now by the grace of God in West Elm, in Pasadena. I have a front row seat, the glass window, the table, and people were walking by and going, "Are you kidding me? What is going on?" And I love it, especially when my people come in here and they're like, "Sis, what are you doing? You go, girl." And they're like, "Wait a minute, you were sitting up here in West Elm kicking it with your Starbucks coffee or whatever, and this is your storefront inside of West Elm." That gives me pleasure because
Yeah,
especially when they bring their kids in and they're like, "Look at this black lady in West Elm," okay? Like
yeah,
she owned the place. But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. You can control your destiny. Let go, let God get out your way, and God will show up.
yeah. He sure will. What I was gonna say, where is best for people to find you? Is it Instagram? Is it
Yeah, Instagram. And I just started a new Twitter, so if everyone can follow me, because I forgot my code to my old Twitter from years ago, the Poet Ronnie Girl. So I started a new Twitter, and it's just simply Pop Up Shop Girl at Twitter. So POPUPSHOP Girl. So Pop Up Shop Girl. That's my Twitter account. And obviously my Instagram is Poet Ronnie Girl. And the best way is to DM me. And if anyone just needs an advice or say, "Hey, Ronnie, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah." If I know it, I'm going to give you whatever advice I have. I don't know everything, but I know what I know in my world.
right?
Now, I
So
can't
I'm
tell
gonna
you how to dance or
study
anything like that. But
my jacket one more time. And so, guys, if you and you should have one for sure. You should definitely get one because they're going to be uniquely to you. Would like one, please make sure you get in contact with Ronnie. If you need me to get in contact with Ronnie for you, I certainly will do that. So this is my jacket from her brand, Poet Ronnie Girl brand, the American Hustle. It is, like I said, uniquely made to me, for me, should I say. The size I have on Ronnie is a medium, right? I think it's a medium.
yeah, yours is a medium,
Again,
and
all this is
they're all
unique
vintage.
to me, the style. You can see the bottom here, like she was saying, with regards to the trim. I'll back up a little bit if you can see that there. Hope you can see it. It's Stevie Nicks on the back to the gypsy that I was. So I enjoy the saying. I read about the song, by the way, and this is something that she talks about
Yep,
as
Stevie Nicks.
being free and fearless. So that's what made me think of that. So yes, somebody says so beautiful. Thanks for sharing your experience, Ronnie.
And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And everybody have a blessed evening. Stay safe. And like a brother behind us, John said, get in good trouble. Stay prayed up. God will show up and show out. But
So
you better put
Ronnie,
in the work.
I know you're working. So you call me when I usually call guests after the show, but I know you're working right now. So
Hmm.
do you want to call me when you have a chance? Just call me when
Yeah,
you have a chance. I don't want to bother you working because I know you're working at your store.
excuse me. No, I'll call you in about half an hour.
Okay, perfect. Bye, everyone. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
see you guys.
Okay,
Okay, bye-bye.
thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is Just Like You, Everyday People, Amazing Stories. This was episode number 39. Make sure you join us right back here next week. We will have another guest next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And remember, if you have a story, get in contact with me. I would love to have you on the show. Or if you know someone who has a story, I'd love to have them on the show. This is Just Like You, Everyday People, Amazing Stories, episode number 39. See you back here next week, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I truly appreciate it. Everybody be safe and be well and be good to each other. Alrighty. Bye-bye.